by the way, Sim, just before the first one, I want to say good morning and thank you to Detective Inspector Simpson and the crew of the Ellison Road CIB. Apparently there was an issue and they were very, very quick in their movement, and the folks at Lasco DTT, they want to thank you all very, very, very much. They say I'm not necessarily supposed to say what the problem was, but again, to Detective Inspector Simpson and the crew of the Ellison Road CIB, apparently they did a wonderful job for the folks at Lasco, so they want to thank you. What's the first one, Samir?
The Health Ministry has missed a second deadline to clear the COVID backlog. 6 new cases recorded yesterday.
Can you help me with this one? I don't understand this. When you say the backlog, so explain that. So I come in 2 months ago and them test me and I don't get the result, or what happened? I don't understand.
They're not tested yet
They're
because
not
there's a
tested
backlog.
yet.
Backlog means they're there waiting to be tested. It's okay, it's okay.
What do you mean they're there waiting to be tested? For some reason I don't get it fully when they say that.
So you test the person and you put the tests together in an area that is to be tested.
Right.
But because you don't have enough people to process the tests,
Right.
they sit there.
Okay, so where are those people to that?
Probably gone about them business or them. See, one of the issues with the timing of COVID is that people are saying it doesn't make sense at this point that you give some people their test results because they've either come to Jamaica and gone.
I'm gone already.
Or they've been here and they've gotten over the illness.
Right.
But I think it's important for the record keeping for the country to know how many cases were actually positive or no. But the truth is that we are running behind the 8 ball in terms of the results because so many tests are still sitting down waiting to be
Dr. Tufton said
processed.
10,000 and then they said they brought it down to 2,000. But I'm not certain where it is now. But it's something that I should have asked that question a long time ago. I mean, I wonder what they mean by this backlog.
Well, this one doesn't look like a resource issue. The director of the National Laboratory Services, Dr. Michelle Hamilton, says there was a delay because of the National Public Health Laboratory not receiving the reagents needed for the testing. So that sounds like something else. She said the lab is expecting a large shipment of kits for its Cobus testing machine by Monday of next week. So obviously something to do with the machine being able to process the tests. So it's not here. They're getting it. And so I guess when it comes, they'll be able to clear that backlog, hopefully. In the meantime, the 6 new cases were recorded, pushing the tally to 1,071. 241 of those cases are active. 5 are males and 1 is a female. And the ages range, guys, from 10 to 61 years old.
The other night when when they had 19, the ages ranged from 4 months.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine? From 4 months. So this thing about is only old people it will affect and stuff. That we can approve that. And I heard on our news that there is one serious case, not serious, what's the word they use? Critical. There is one critical case. I also heard on the news that they're looking for folks who have recovered to give blood to those who are being treated now. So if that's possible, then you should. So the Don Anderson poll said what?
Arja Gleaner Don Anderson poll?
Yeah. It says most 53.7% were opposed to Jamaica reopening the tourist industry on June 15, while 46 said they agreed with the decision. This was conducted between July 23 and August 3. They spoke to 1,071 registered voters with a margin of error of plus or minus 3%. One analyst said the responses might have been emotionally driven as people are fearful of the disease. And I quote Mr. Chung, he says, if you look at the facts, the spike really came because of returning residents who broke quarantine. So it's not the tourist section that caused the spike, he said. It's coming directly from people like the pastor keeping church. Those are where the spikes are coming from. I'm not certain if that's totally accurate, because we have heard that some tourists tested positive. We did hear that. And I suspect that if they test positive, they would be around some people who might actually get it. So I'm not
The truth is that a lot of folks were coming home and not quarantining.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I was
visiting and not quarantining. So
yeah, and then again on the news last night, apparently one of the gentlemen who should be running for the GLP ticket, apparently he came home and broke quarantine, and it is suggested that because he did that, he's not going to run. And the people were saying, well, the man make a mistake, allow the man, you know. So I heard that on the news last evening. So, well, that's it for the hot topics, folks. We're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we're going to have news in 5, and of course we go on till 8:30. Stay with us, please. We'll soon come.